Hello, it's Billy Bell here, and today we are going to be talking about Battlefield 6's third phase of Season 2, which is called Hunter vs. Prey. To start off, I was under the impression that we were going to be getting a third map, and I was mistaken. What's actually happening is that you are attacking or defending objectives, all based in that Hagenthal base or in the contaminated map that's based out in Germany that includes the orange fog. I was a little bit bummed out about this because I feel like these two maps are just very different playthrough styles. On the contaminated map, I definitely feel like I can use my LMG and I have plenty of success within the maps. It's really spread out. It's just not as aggressive. You can be a little bit more tactical versus when you're in the Hagenthal base, very fast paced. And I constantly feel like I'm having to switch between different weapons in order to keep up with the high intensity level of Hagenthal base. So I didn't love that these two maps are just kind of thrown together and you're just bouncing back and forth between the two. And your average play on this is about 45 minutes, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. The good thing is that you're not constantly having to go back and forth to your menu to be, starting new games and such. You get to just play for 45 minutes and can play straight through. But essentially, you're just playing Breakthrough. I did not play it on the Gauntlet mode. I'm just playing it in the capturing objective modes, and you're just essentially playing Breakthrough, which I thought was a little bit disappointing. Another critique that I have when it comes to the contaminated map is that the orange fog was really only in the gameplay for a matter of a couple seconds to maybe a minute. I thought that was just a really big letdown, because it should be a huge part of the gameplay. I only had to put my gas mask on one time, which I thought was just sort of disappointing, because that definitely would make the game more challenging. So in that aspect, I feel like it fell short. My other critique when it comes to the contaminated map is that we did get a brand new vehicle. That vehicle, in addition to the tanks, are only included on one side. So your enemy side is essentially getting that, which makes them significantly more overpowered, which if you enjoy that sort of playthrough, then I think that you'll enjoy that challenge. But it definitely adds such a different level of difficulty to the game. And if you don't have a lot of engineers constantly on your team, you're falling short nearly every single time. It's extremely difficult to keep up with maintaining your bases, which is fun, but after a while, it just feels like they're just too overpowered. Now, in terms of Hagenthal base, it's Hagenthal base. You're going to be dealing with extreme amounts of smoke and grenades and fire and walls crumbling down, and they didn't change anything about it, which is good. But at the same time, I don't want to play 45 minutes in that map. Majority of the time, I feel like you can't even see, which is fun, but not for 45 minutes. So that's just me on that one. Now, my last critique that I'm going to say is something that I would never typically say. I'm always someone that gives the other player the benefit of the doubt or the game the benefit of the doubt. But I felt as though that my ammunition was doing absolutely nothing to the other players. It was really difficult to get kill streaks. It was really difficult just to really get anywhere in the game. I felt like I was getting shot down really fast, only by a matter of 2 bullets. And I also was getting killed behind rocks. I was getting killed through walls. I was getting killed from someone getting me from around a corner that there's absolutely no reason as to why they should have gotten me down. And it was really frustrating. I have an LMG. It's leveled up to 100. I use it 99.999% of the time, and I just felt like it was just sort of useless. I tried changing to a couple different weapons just to see if it was me, and it just seemed like it didn't matter what weapon I was using. It just seemed like my bullets really were doing nothing, which they did say that in this game mode, they were going to make it more difficult and that you weren't going to be able to just unload an entire magazine. There's going to be less ammunition, but at the same time, I feel like they took it too far. It was just way too far this time, and it made the gameplay not as enjoyable. Now, my pros list is that you're going to be able to level up your weapon really, really quickly. You're also going to be able to grind out all of those new special unlockables, typically within like 6 hours, which is really fast. So it's a fun game through. It definitely has its weird quirks and different challenges. I'm going to continue to play it and just kind of get more of a feel for it. But after 3 hours, these were my initial thoughts. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below, and I'll catch you on the next one.